honestly, they do kind of affect me, but if it does affect anybody else in the world, it's tough to go through, and it's not that fun.
Yeah.
Having a disability and stuff, but you gotta have to make it work.
That's right. You leave a lot of smiles on people's faces, though, don't you?
Yep.
Sure
That's
do.
important. We
He's
need a
like
lot
walking
more.
around with the president.
Yeah.
Or someone more famous than that. I mean, when you walk down the hallway.
Maybe like that.
Yeah. Everyone.
Hey, everybody, this is Tony.
And this is Paul, and we are headed out on the road for the Friends for Life podcast world tour. So let's hop in the car and get going.
Everybody, welcome back to the Friends for Life podcast. Thanks for coming back yet again for another episode. We're out here in beautiful Pickaway County with Jada and Mitchell this morning.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm pleasure to be on here today, and I just really liked it. I just, you know.
You're pretty excited about that microphone, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I'm just pretty excited about the microphone.
These microphones are my favorite microphones. Tony and I have a whole studio set up with all these fancy microphones. These are my favorite. I love these things.
Oh, I can tell.
Do you get to like do things like sing into them and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, that's part of the show. We were gonna sing like a acapella, 4-part harmony acapella. You guys okay with that?
Ooh.
Or game?
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite songs growing up was Toora Loora Loora.
I don't.
He's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, do not encourage it. Do not encourage this behavior.
Too bad we don't have the drums here. You can have you play the drums and you guys
Yeah.
have
Whoa.
Yeah, I
You
would
play
like
the
to play-
drums?
Yeah. One time when I was at school, I played drums for like, I don't know, an OT class, and it was fun.
Yeah, we snuck into the auditorium and played drums one day. In the piano.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do you like the drums because they're so loud?
Yep, they go boom, 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 boom.
He also used them to do a joke. So he told the joke and then he played the drums and did it was pretty good.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that.
I need those for my dad jokes. Speaking of dad jokes, you want to hear one I came up with the other day?
Let's hear
Oh,
it.
sure,
Okay.
why not?
No.
All right. What do you get a weather woman who is dizzy?
Other woman who is dizzy.
Wonder Woman who's dizzy.
You get her a cane.
Kane?
Oh man.
Oh, man, that is gold.
It is.
Terrible. You meant terrible, didn't you?
No, it's gold.
Oh, boy.
Literally, it's gold.
Gold. Oh boy.
No, seriously.
So Jada, how did you get involved in working in this field? Because as Tony and I have learned over the years doing this podcast, it's not for everyone. It's not a common,
True.
line of work. So what brought you here?
So I'm a physical therapist, and this is my 17th year of being a physical therapist. So Mitchell, I've worked with since he was 3. And little in preschool, right? 3 or 4? 3. Yeah. So a long time, and we've worked together. So when I was in high school, I volunteered a little bit at the PT clinic in town, which is where I work now, and I liked it, and here I am.
That's it.
So that's literally it. I went to school. I knew what I wanted to do. I did it quickly, and I enjoy what I do every day. So it's good. I work with a lot of kids. I do school PT in 4 school districts. I teach gym classes for kids with special needs in 5 school districts. And then I work at the office too. We have a private clinic, Circle of Physical Therapy. So we do a little bit of everything.
Gym class. That was always my favorite class in school.
Yeah, so we call it bonus gym because you can't find an adaptive PE teacher right now. So I play, but I can't be called an adaptive PE teacher because that's against the rules. So we call it bonus gym, and we have a heck of a time. Yeah, don't you come to bonus gym every once in a while out in the field house?
Yeah.
What's your favorite at bonus gym?
Oh,
This is a tough question.
that's
A tough
question.
one. I always liked when we had a gym, I always liked that giant parachute thing. Is that still a thing?
We
they
do some
in gym?
parachute with our younger kids. Yeah, we only started doing bonus gym last year, so he's a high schooler now. He's old,
Oh,
so
yeah.
bonus gym isn't quite as exhilarating when you're old as it is when you're kindergarten.
We could go have bonus gym right now.
I'm down for it.
I would be fun.
Yeah, I have a small parachute we can do with 4 people, so that would
Let's
work.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn this stuff off. We're going outside.
Yeah.
So you have a gamer shirt on. You big time gamer. You play a lot of stuff.
Yes, I'm indeed a big gamer. I've been playing games since, when I was like, I don't know, probably 1 or 2.
All right.
First console I've ever played was the original Xbox released back in 2001.
I had one of those.
Yeah.
That is one of the best consoles.
That's when I was a PlayStation and a Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
Tell them about all your games.
I have a lot of games.
Like hundreds.
I have games for the PlayStation 2, of course.
Whoa.
He has all the consoles.
I have the new I have the PlayStation 5, the Series X,
So
all that.
this is going to be the toughest question you've ever had to answer in your life. What is your favorite game system?
Ooh, boy.
Well,
Since you have so many.
the one that hit the soft spot the most when I was growing up was the Xbox 360.
Ooh,
Because I
remember.
played that a lot when I was very young.
So what are the kind of games that you really like the most?
Usually I like to play Forza 3 or Forza 4. I grew up with those racing games and they have a special soft spot in my heart.
So is that like a off-road racing or
No, it's a racing game
race,
where
yeah.
it's
I
like a
love
simulating
Forza.
it's a simulation racing game and you drive like amazing cars like like
You can get
BMW.
a Bugatti on that bad boy.
Yeah, the Veyron, yeah, it was pretty quick and very fast.
He's a car guy. Like, he knows endless things about cars.
Yeah, I'm like really big in cars. Like really big.
Ooh, here, let's play a game. What kind of car do you think Tony drives? If you had to guess.
So
And don't let the name confuse you. I don't drive that
He's
fast.
Tony and he tells dad jokes. I'm thinking a minivan. What about you?
maybe? I don't know, maybe
No, actually, I drive a sports car. Not a super cool one. It's a Hyundai Sonata. Shout outs to Hyundai for
All right.
sponsor. No, they don't sponsor anything.
All right, what kind of car do I drive, do you think? Just by judging, by looking at me.
Look at
I got a beard.
Look at that big muscle beard.
I got a
I know.
I got a mullet.
The mullet. Come on, Mitchell. That gives it away.
No, it's a secret. It's a secretive. It's a throw you off the scent.
is it a sports car?
No, I'm not a sports car kind
He's
of guy.
trying to look like he drives a pickup truck.
Do you drive a pickup truck?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Oh.
One more guess. I'll give you one more, and then I'll tell you.
It rhymes with cheap.
I don't know.
Jeep Cherokee.
Oh.
I'm a Jeep guy. I've always been a Jeep guy.
Yeah, Jeeps are pretty cool.
Pretty cool. What's the coolest car in your opinion, or like of all time?
Well, honestly, I do like Lamborghinis. Honestly, I like the design. The design of them is always eye-catching.
There you go.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Lamborghini.
I would be petrified to drive something so fast, but because I am the namesake of a famous race car driver, it's always assumed that my speeding is other than for fun. So,
I think it's fun. What's wrong with speeding?
You know what? I had got too many tickets, and I was like on a clean and narrow path until I got pulled over, and I had to pay $185 for going 15
Man,
miles over.
that's a lot of money.
Is that too fast?
Yeah,
Or too much money? Too much money.
Too fast and too much money.
Hey, tell him when you were little, when the detective came to your house. Why did he come to your house? Do you remember?
Driving
He was
fast.
9.
He wanted me to guess the car, and it was a Chevy Cobalt, and I didn't determine the color, but I didn't need to.
What did it help him do? Catch what?
It catched a criminal, which I helped with.
What?
Nice.
So the sheriff's office came to him at 9 years. He was 9 at the time, and said, "Hey, I have a picture of a car they had from a video security footage," and he identified it. And they found the guy that robbed the grocery store. I think it was, or yeah.
And I was helpful of solving the case.
And it was like a picture of like the quarter panel and the taillight. Like you couldn't even really see the whole car. You knew exactly what.
Wow. So you just saw a little bit of the car and grabbed the rest from there.
It was a Chevy Cobalt.
Yeah,
There
a little
you
bit.
go,
It
from
was
memory.
amazing.
That is impressive. I couldn't. All the cars. Okay. Do you think all the cars nowadays look the same? Like most of the cars you see out on the road?
I think they're all morphing into Hondas. That's my opinion.
Yeah. It really looks like, because my Jeep looks the same as the Honda, the SUV, and then like the Honda SUV looks the
Even
same
my
as
car
like
kind of looks like a.
it all
The
looks-
Cherokee was is basically a competitor to the CRV.
yeah. Well, they used to look cool. The old ones used to look cool. The older Jeeps, they were like
Oh.
square,
Yeah,
and now
the
they're
ra-
all just.
Yeah.
They're back to square. Have you seen a new Jeep? A brand
Well,
new
the
Jeep. My dad just got
Wranglers
one.
are-
Is back to squarish.
Like
Well,
the,
just like the Wagoneer. The Wagoneer has that square body and horrible gas mileage, but it's a very nice looking vehicle.
Right.
yeah, it does have a lot of amenities inside that are really nice.
Yeah.
So, do you play video games online, like compete with other people? Or
Sometimes,
do you like
most of the time I do play games online. It can be it could be any game, if you can say. Racing games can be online. Well, and
Yeah.
if you don't know that game, it's
I don't know it. What is it all about?
The game was released back in 2007 by a company named Valve, and it has 9 characters you can play as, and they have their own unique sets of skills.
Do you, well, like, can you create your own characters?
Nah, they're already pre-made.
Right. That sounds disappointing.
I know it does, but actually, in practice, it's done really well.
Well, here, let me ask you this, Mitchell. I see you have some machinery that you're utilizing. That is a very awesome looking chair. What kind of, I mean, that I feel like you have your own personal vehicle, your own car now.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
do you keep your upkeep on your vehicle looking so pristine and nice?
Well, my mom helps out with some disinfecting wipes and cleans it off very well. So.
Do you think that that's something that people should know, because it's very important? I think
It's very important nowadays since COVID hit the U.S. and that's what more people should know about.
Gotcha.
Of how to be safe and from some deadly virus.
Yeah, and I know that through the past couple of years, you probably went through a lot of changes yourself.
Yeah, when it first hit, I had like emotional problems. I was hit very hard.
Yeah, and he takes in, he's an information guy, so everything he was hearing and remembering and worrying about a little bit, weren't you?
Yes.
So we had to get past that because you didn't go to school for the whole year after.
Yes.
So the March end, and then the next year he didn't go to school either, just because we haven't even talked about much about what's going on with you, but you can't. COVID's not a real good idea for you, is it?
No.
Nope.
It
But he does a
never
good
was.
job. No.
Do you want to explain a little more, or do you want to just leave that there?
I'll explain a little more.
Yeah.
It made me nervous to other stuff that I thought they were going to harm me, but in reality, no. All of that was just me being a little crazy, but
Well, I wouldn't even say that that's you being a little crazy, because right now, what I've noticed is all of these social media antics that people like to put out there, and it's a whole bunch of confusing information.
yeah.
And if you don't know enough about something and it's just constantly bombarded at you
Yeah.
in a whole different light, I mean, what are you supposed to think? So you're perfectly fine to feel that. That's far from crazy. If anything, I think that's more rational than a lot.
But over time, I've gotten better at containing myself and
Well, and you found good ways
found
to
good ways to,
still do things.
yeah.
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 Well, it's a very stressful time for everyone. I mean, it was very tough because, we didn't when all of that stuff happened, I was working at a different job than I do here now with Tony. And it was just like, it didn't feel like it was real, is this really happening? Like I've never in my life been told you can't go to work anymore. Like that's scary,
Of course, it is very scary.
Yeah. We filmed a video during that time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a little exercise video online for kids because I couldn't see anyone in person, but he came in one day and we filmed a little footage of that. That was entertaining.
Ooh, I want to see it. Is it on YouTube?
Nah, somewhere, yes. In the schools somewhere, YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What kind of exercise was it? I mean, it's hard to exercise at home, you know.
It is. We did all seated exercises, didn't we?
Well, I used
Balloon. Yep.
yes, and there was cones in there where I practiced my driving with my wheelchair.
Yeah. He's
And-
pretty smooth. I mean, he's a really good driver in this.
Probably better than me.
Yeah.
Does that thing have automated, like Tony's car has like this automated thing where it like keeps you in between the lines or something?
No, he's got to do it all by himself. Show him what it does.
Yeah. I move with a stick right here, and simply I just back up,
Now
and
show
then
him
I
the-
just go forward.
Wait, just back up and show him the cool part.
But the cool part is that I do this.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Isn't that cool?
That's king mode right there.
How high does that thing go?
Whoa.
3 feet.
It's almost there. It's like about 3 feet.
What does it let you do at school right now? Sit where?
In the high tables at my school, there's a senior lounge there, and I get to sit as high as those tables.
He now sits in the senior lounge and eats his lunch like a
Nice.
king. I mean, pretty much like a king.
Is that you can intimidate people that way too? Like, what did you say to me?
Excuse me?
Get up real tall like that?
Yeah. I'll be real
I'm
intimidating.
I'm intimidated right now. It's very rare that I have to look up to people because I'm pretty tall myself. But
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I know. It's
Do you have a
All
name?
kinds of stuff, like it stands up straight,
Hey,
What?
let's see
lays out
this.
flat.
it also
the
weighs all
Cadillac of
flat,
wheelchairs.
and
That is sweet,
it
man.
makes me comfortable when I have to
It
take a
goes
nap or
like
something.
7.5 miles an hour.
Wow.
It has indoor speed and outdoor speed. And outdoor speed is like 7.5 miles an hour.
What?
It's fast.
I think we should set up a race in the parking lot.
I think
Little
so.
demo action.
Blindfolded.
You, got lights. You have lights on there too, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
outdoor
it's
lights.
going down.
yeah.
We good. It got to be blindfolded.
Tony's gonna
though.
be blindfolded. I'll film it.
Okay, I'm down.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
I'll narrate it. It'll be good. I'll let that happen.
Well, Mitch, you mind if I ask you something personal?
Yeah.
Because I want us to actually get some stuff in context so we can help other people who are going through maybe some of the challenges that you have to go through in life. Do you mind sharing with our audience what is your diagnosis and like how has that affected you?
Well, to be honest, it's a very tough question, if you ask me. But
You want Jada to answer that question?
can
Do you want me to tell him what you have?
yeah,
So he has Duchenne's muscular dystrophy,
Okay.
right? And what does that impact, Mitchell?
it impacts my muscles.
Yep. So it makes him not do what?
It doesn't. Well, it just makes me really tired quickly.
Yep. And
When
we've
I
had
have to do exercises.
right, and we've had to adjust a little bit of what he can do. He walked up until the 8th grade, 7th grade, a little bit in the 8th grade.
October.
Yeah.
We were
He once walked for yum yum sauce in the 8th grade. Remember that?
Oh.
When he put yum yum sauce down? Yeah. He took off for that yum yum sauce, a whole bottle of it.
It was 99 steps for the large blizzard.
Oh, that's
It was
right.
Like 80 steps for the young.
Yeah, I mean, he took off for the yum yum sauce. He did that, but so he now is in his power chair full time, right? And you have what helps you get out of that power chair if you need to.
I use a Hoyer lift that
What's its name?
I name it Henry
There we
at
go.
the school, but at home I name mine Henrietta. It helps me get into my bed so I can have comfortable sleep in there.
And it's comfortable for you to
Nice.
stretch out a little bit, right?
Yes.
And the wheelchair is nice because he can get positioned at school without having to get out of his wheelchair. Although you used to have a nap chair, but now you just nap in this now because it's easier.
It's easier
Nap
and
chair.
He does. He has a nap built into his schedule because he gets tired, don't you?
yes.
And the nap makes him a better human in the afternoon if he doesn't have it, just like all of us.
I think a nap
Yeah.
makes everybody a better human in the afternoon.
yeah, I need that rest sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. I used to be so against naps, and then I turned 30, and I love them.
Naps are awesome.
Unfortunately, my boss is sitting across from me, so I can't be honest with you. I never take naps ever in my whole life. I do
Every work day.
I'm about to say the pillow and bed at the office says different.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a real story. I've walked into our studio back at the office, at the Friends for Life office, and I have seen this man sleeping on a blow-up mattress in the studio in between meetings and our podcast.
What?
So I think you two have a lot in common in the nap game.
Whatever you need to do, right?
Uh-oh, we're talking about naps.
Yeah, it made you yawn.
Get
Is it
some-
nap time?
No, it's not. It's part of the act.
Oh, we're acting now. All right.
All right. Good, man. So, what exercises do you do? I mean, what exercises?
I do kicks,
Yeah.
punches, of course.
What's your favorite
gonna
exercise
move
right
this
now?
over.
I like to do this thing.
Yeah, a little bit of stretching.
Where I go.
Stretch, yeah.
But how do you tie in your gaming with exercising right now? What is the one that you do?
I lift up my gaming controller way up as far as I can, and for as long as I can.
And hold it up there. That's his weight.
And
We don't need any dumbbells.
and I've been doing it really well.
You have been doing it really well. We did it the other day with what? At school. We didn't have a gaming controller, so what did we use?
I used a bottle of tea.
We did. Yeah.
What's your world record attempt? 3 hours?
No, it mostly maybe 30 seconds.
I bet maybe a minute.
Maybe a minute or so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
on a good day.
Yeah, on a good day.
Yeah. Pretty well.
Are you a movie fan at all?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
What kind of movies do you like? Because I'm going to let you know a secret. I don't watch a lot of movies. But this man right here,
probably
he
seen
always was watching movies.
So have a diagonal conversation because
Yeah.
you know I don't watch any either.
All right, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do personally enjoy watching movies a lot. And me and Brandon, my stepdad, we always go to the theater for the most recent Marvel Studios movie.
Yes.
And they've been killing it with movies lately.
Yes, they have.
Recently, I watched Thor: Love and Thunder, and personally, I loved it.
Me too. My
Did
God.
you cry? Somebody told me they cried in that movie.
I did a little bit.
Well, Jane Foster.
I know. Spoiler alert, people.
Spoiler alert. If you don't want to listen to it, just don't tune in.
Turn it off right now.
Skip about 30 seconds.
Yeah, but honestly, it was a great movie. And, well, the best movie experience for me had to be Spider-Man No Way Home back in December.
Mm-hmm.
And, spoiler alert, Toby and Andrew returned in that movie. And that moment was legendary.
Did the theater cheer when you?
Yes.
Yeah, same with me.
No, seriously. Some reactions at opening night in Hollywood, people were screaming and cheering out for those actors coming back,
Yeah.
which I didn't expect.
Have you got to watch She-Hulk yet?
Yeah, I've watched the first three. The third episode just came out today.
Oh, so you got to watch it already. I'll probably watch it on the ride back if Paul drives for me.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
As long as he can take a nap in the back and watch
You're
his
right.
TV.
And some of my most anticipated TV shows coming out for Disney Plus have to be the return of X-Men, the old X-Men animated series.
Yep.
Yep, they're making a continuation of the series called X-Men 97, releasing in fall of next year.
Oh, I think that's going to be playing off of the comics. It
Yeah.
sounds like.
And
Yeah.
Jada here, like,
Paul and
what?
Jane are lost right
and
now.
if anybody knows that series back in those days in the 90s, well,
Way back in the 90s?
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're going to start calling people old from the 90s, we're in trouble. You knew that, right?
No, I'm just saying that the 90s were just simpler times.
I'm just saying I was in high school in the 90s, all right?
Amen.
Yep,
It was
they
a
were-
fun time. The greatest people were alive then. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah,
There we
yeah.
I would agree, yeah.
Yeah.
I was born in the 90s. You'll get to a point someday where someone will say something like that, and you're like, oh no, I'm old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old.
So, I'm a big outdoors guy. Do you like to do anything in the outdoors? Because I like fishing and hiking and just going to the park and hanging out. Are you into any of that?
I've done that when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I can still do that, but I don't know what to do.
What do you like to do outside? What did we do last summer that you enjoyed?
Usually I like to,
What did we use? Water, what?
we used water guns and water balloons
Yeah.
Oh,
and had a grand old time.
We did.
No,
Who you
that,
guys
And I honestly, I got really soaked.
that's what you
We all
want.
did. We all did.
Yeah, water always gets you soaked.
You got to get one of those launchers so you can pull it back.
The water balloon launchers? Yeah,
Yeah.
get those.
I have one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have one.
Nice.
That's an unfair advantage.
Hey,
Yeah.
I shared my weapons with you, didn't I? You
Yeah,
had the
she
big
did.
long guns, yeah?
I had the big long guns and they shoot water like very fast.
And then he got a hold of the hose and we was all in trouble.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's like having a grenade launcher, but it's water.
Yeah.
So Tony's got a bunch of young kids, and for my birthday last year, my our mother-in-law bought me a giant super soaker, and I just blast them all with water.
He enjoyed that. A little
kids.
too much for me. I was like,
That is
whoa.
intense.
He just stood over them. Yeah. Ah! No.
I hunt them down in the backyard in the lake, and I just squirt them.
That was intense. Wasn't it?
We'll have to invite him next time.
Yeah, let's do that.
No, we'll invite him.
I'm down.
What did we cover your wheelchair with? Remember?
Well,
Didn't we waterproof it?
yeah, we used trash bags
Yeah.
And Ziploc bag.
and Ziploc
We had it
bags
all
so
waterproof so we could still
so it can keep dry.
That's a good idea. I bet that is not something you want to get super wet.
No.
Yes.
And he loves the water, but getting him in the water is hard right now. Why? What did we try to do the other day that we couldn't do?
Well, I went to the Y and we tried to go into their pool, but their lift was not there.
Broken.
It was getting repairs.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a bummer.
I know. So we couldn't
I
get him
know,
in.
it was I was bummed.
We were
really
sure we could
bummed.
get him in, but we didn't think we could get him out, did we? We're gonna try though.
But when it comes back, everything should be back to normal.
Because in the water, his body works better, and he can move a little better, and you're freer, aren't you?
Yes.
And he's the best floater ever.
I dead man float for like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or
Yes,
something.
and legit.
Nice.
Wow, dude, I think I ate too many quarters or something as a kid because I just sink.
Yeah.
I never float.
You gotta relax. It's all about relaxing.
That must be it. I don't.
No.
You know
I
what?
keep it zen here.
There we go.
I like
there
it,
we
Mitch.
go. I love the water, but I have this weird thing where I don't really like to be in the water. Like I like going on like a kayak or something or like on a boat, but I don't really like getting like in the water. It's weird. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Yeah, really.
I don't understand it because I love all things that go on the water, like to do any of them. But when I get in, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this too much. I think I'm
put me
just
in.
weird.
Yeah, I think he's weird too. 'cause
Well, I just
put me
had
in
a
the
weird
water.
thought. Like, what if like trees just randomly screamed?
Yeah.
I like that is
Yeah,
what's
they go,
That is weird.
Like, wouldn't that just mess you up?
Yeah, with the trees going, like that.
Can you believe that this man is my boss? That's
Sometimes I don't even know
I'm trying to
why.
figure out where that came from.
nobody knows.
Yeah.
What's something that you could think of that's weirder than that? It's hard to beat.
Jada's confused over
Yeah.
here.
Cool, man.
I can't think of anything weird.
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought too.
Yeah. I think that takes the cake.
It just stuff happens. They always do.
You
Happen.
do have a very zen attitude.
Yeah.
Most of the
I
time.
really do. Yeah.
That's the way to be.
Most of the time.
I've seen a few of non-zen moments in your
Non-zen
days, haven't I?
moment.
Yeah, but when I was younger, that's when I was younger.
Yeah,
But
when he
No.
was younger, what'd you threaten to do? Call who?
I threatened to call Ellen on Jada for some reason.
Ellen?
Ellen.
Like the TV
DeGeneres.
show host?
Yeah, the TV
Yeah,
show.
The panic button on Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit a panic button saying, threatening the physical therapist and saying, "I want Ellen now."
Yeah, he was gonna call Ellen. I don't know what Ellen was gonna do, but Ellen was gonna say Mitchell.
Do you have her
Probably
number
dance.
saved in your phone?
No.
Oh,
No.
But I don't know. It was just something that happened when I was younger. But
Ellen, we're reaching out.
Yeah, he hasn't called Ellen in a few years. All right? So we're safe.
no offense, Ellen. No offense.
So you two have been, working together for quite a long time. It sounds
Long
like.
time. Yep.
Yes.
What as a physical therapist, we've had physical therapists on the show in the past.
Yes.
What advantages do people have when they go to physical therapy? Because I don't really know what a physical therapist is.
Okay.
The name makes sense.
Sure.
It should be self-explanatory, but what do you do?
Well, so his case is, I'll start with his case because it's a little different because his disease progresses. And so we know that. So normally I want to make people walk and I want to make people stronger and stuff like that. But in his world, if I do too much with him, then there's this fine line with you, isn't there? And he gets exhausted and he can't do anything. So we have to kind of walk, in his case, that fine line and keep him as mobile as possible. So making that he can help a little bit moving around in bed and help a little bit with transfers, right? You do that stuff still. For a long time, he was able to stand and, have things, let things happen and stuff like that, which were nice. Changing and that kind of thing, putting new pants on, right? Going to the restroom, that kind of fun stuff. PT normally, I do all kinds of things, try to get kids to jump, run, skip. You've seen me do all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. I do a lot of adults too, so that's a little different world. In this community, through the board, I go out and help remodel homes, in terms of set up bathrooms, put a walk-in shower here, that kind of thing, make a toilet higher, make a ramp in the front yard. And his stepdad is phenomenal and has completely redone their house. So he's got a Cadillac ramp going in and a little wing of the house basically that is all up to him. So we help facilitate a lot of that. We order things, equipment, right?
Yes.
Make things school-wise right now. We just make it so that his life is as easy as possible. And sometimes we break in and play the drums, and we've taken field trips. They have a new field house. We got probably one of the first tours out there. The elevator. We take a ride in the elevator. We check all that stuff out.
Up there, and I've ran on it a couple times.
Yeah, he let that thing fly. He was just flying around that track.
And
Yeah.
also, we got me and Miss Roberts had to go up there, and we watched a couple basketball games going on in there, and it was really fun.
I watched 2 games at once.
Yes.
All right. So, you said, you get real tired during the exercises and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have any maybe advice for other kids that are doing the same thing? Maybe to just to be able to just push forward, or anything like that, because it does. If you get tired, it's hard.
Yeah. It's really hard for me, but my advice is if you have muscular dystrophy, Duchenne's, it can be really tough for you to try to do things in life.
But you keep trying. Why are some reasons you keep trying?
I keep trying because, well, honestly, because I have determination
Yes.
and focus and just a lot of those certain qualities.
Yeah.
That's important.
That's very important because I know people twice your age who need uplifting from everybody and their mother, but they can't pull it from themselves.
Yeah.
And for you to have that is, commendable. And I always say, I take my hat off to people. And I never wear a hat. I need to stop saying that because I never wear a hat.
Well, and trees scream at him. So what are,
Yeah,
what do you think about this Tony guy, Mitchell? I don't know, huh?
Yeah, Tony, yeah.
I got a lot of issues, but now I have one for the two of you. And it's a game show that we call Rapid Fire.
We're in trouble. What are we going to do here?
Well, rapid fire is when I ask you 3 questions. They are put in a would you rather scenario. The sooner that you can answer them, the more fun and laughter we'll get. But I kept them because I like how you think, Mitchell. So I wanted to give some. I wanted to see where you would go with this, man.
Yeah.
But Jada, please answer as well.
I will. All right, you ready?
All right. First question. Would you rather be the first person to explore a planet or to come up with a life-saving drug?
Life-saving drug.
Life-saving drug.
All right.
Be my vote.
That's what I would pick too. I mean, kind of immediate.
It's more tangible, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, finding a cure for something that may be incurable.
Maybe even you, huh?
For maybe even me.
And me and my
Yeah.
tree listening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the screaming trees.
And screaming trees.
And
yeah.
the planet might have screaming trees. And I don't really want to have screaming trees, so I'm good with
There's
that.
a lot of them. Just think
Seriously.
of the whole rainforest just.
No.
Yeah.
Would you rather suddenly be elected senator or suddenly be a CEO of a major company?
CEO of a major company.
No doubt, because I don't want to be elected anything.
They-
So go CEO all day, right?
Yeah, I can earn a lot of money and
Be the boss.
be the boss and make some quality products.
There
I
we go.
hear that.
We need
Yeah.
more of those.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes.
know. I'm not like Elon Musk or something.
You're not going that route?
All right.
Maybe the Jeff Bezos route.
There we go. I like it. Jeffy is a little quieter. But last one. Would you rather have a successful podcast or a successful YouTube channel?
That's hard.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
Successful podcast.
Since we're all
Me
right, that's a good
too.
choice.
Yeah.
Oh.
These guys answer that too?
I would rather like to talk with people and, well, do some segments like you do sometimes.
Oh,
Well,
Like
I
that
think
game
you'd be
show
good at
segment
it.
you
I
have
think
right
you'll be
here,
great,
right now.
man. You definitely got this down packed.
Yeah.
You got podcasts under control? Maybe that's next for you.
Oh yeah, I will.
Post-graduation, he's getting ready to graduate, so
Uh-oh.
Man,
yeah, maybe that's
Welcome
Maybe
to
I
the
should
real
get
world.
my own podcast studio and
I'd
stuff.
tune in.
Yeah.
look, we'll definitely be your first subscribers if you like.
Oh, definitely.
All right. Well, is there anything that you think it would be important for people in the world to know? My camera's died here, but is there anything that you'd like the people of the world to know about maybe what it's like to have a disability or something like that? Because a lot of people just don't know. They don't think about it because it doesn't affect them,
Yeah. Honestly, they do kind of affect me, but if it does affect anybody else in the world, it's tough to go through, and it's not that fun
Yeah.
having a disability and stuff. But you gotta have to make it work.
That's right. You leave a lot of smiles on people's faces, though, don't you?
Yep.
Sure,
That's
do.
important. We
He's
need a
like
lot
walking
more.
around with the president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or someone more famous than that. I mean, when you walk around the hallways.
Yeah, maybe like that.
Yeah. Everyone talks to Mitchell. So.
Yeah.
Go anywhere in Pickaway County without somebody knowing this.
No.
And his sister's older than him. She's 21. And she graduated forever ago. And they're like, "You're Mitchell's sister."
What's it like being a celebrity?
I don't know. It just happens, and man, it always makes me happy to see people that I know, and
Yeah.
The other day, we had to move our location for where we had PT because he needed to see the old administrators coming out from their big meeting. He had to greet them all.
yeah. It's fun to be recognized.
He had handshakes and all kinds of stuff going on, didn't you?
Are you the
Yeah.
unofficial mayor of Pickaway or Circleville?
Asheville.
Valley, at least.
Taste Valley, at least, yeah.
I'd say he's the mayor.
Yep.
All
Well,
right.
Mitch, we'll be coming to you when we need updates on stuff. Does that sound good, man?
Yeah.
My God.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for coming in here. This is a very fun episode. I've had a blast on this
Thank you
one.
guys.
Same
Thank you. Thank you. It was a great episode.